to start off. I'm going to start off by opening my can of OP Rum Pirate Whiskey.
Okay. Da 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 da. Welcome to the goddamn news, ladies and gentlemen. Today, the worldwide coronavirus total: 2,165,500 people. How you feeling about that,
Good.
Mr. Matthews?
Not enough.
Not enough?
Nope.
What do you think about the numbers? You believe them? You believe in the numbers?
I want to believe. I do. Yeah, I think I do. I think I believe the numbers, but I still think it's not enough. And it's not this. I mean, I was promised more. I was promised more deaths, and I was promised more cases. So for mine, this virus is underperforming.
How about this for a tagline for the virus? Coronavirus. Nowhere near 6 million. Just a thought.
That's true. It's not even close. And you got all these horrific characters in history that we remember. And I got to say, at this point, coronavirus is going to be forgotten.
You think this is just a dot on the blimp?
It is underperforming. This is fucking... You know, it reminds me, I went... this is...
Because I think it's way worse. I don't believe any numbers. I think every number is a lie. That's why when they say age is just a number, I don't believe these kids. That's why I think we should stop fucking kids.
No, let's... Yeah, okay. We should stop fucking kids.
I don't trust these numbers.
Is that what we do? Okay. I went and... This is fucked, but I went and saw Enrique Iglesias. And he wasn't good. And he was hyped up. I was told it would be great. There was no dancing. The light show was rubbish. It was garbage. It was fucking garbage.
He was just stoic the whole time.
He didn't give a flying shit. And it was obvious that he didn't give a fuck. Brisbane, you'd probably never heard of it. He turned up. He did his little fucking turn. Sung his stupid songs. I think he was saving his throat for some dick that he was going to suck down in Sydney. And
you got to save up for the good... The same way I save up for like Sydney Coke. You're like, well, you got to get the good dick.
That's right. I'm going to stop snorting laundry powder. I'm saving up for Sydney Coke.
Sydney Cock.
Sydney Cock. I thought it's okay. Okay. So anyway, yeah, COVID-19 is the Enrique Iglesias of super viruses.
Oh, you wanted something a little bit more spicy.
Man, you fucking rub yourself out as a fucking Latina. Now, I've known
Colombian...
I think
it's Latino, right?
Whatever it is Latino because he's a man. But only because he's a man. The women are Latinas, the men are Latinos. You're quite right.
Are there non-binary, like, Latin people?
Not in language.
I think it's Latin X. That's what
they call them mamacitos.
Ooh, that's a spicier word than we have.
Yeah, old gay guy.
Yeah, that's just what we call him here.
Mamacito. It's like mamacita, and O.
That's old gay woman.
Being the female and O being the masculine. So mama is just like lady boy. Mamacito, it's like old faggot. It also sounds like pasito. So anyway, what were you saying? Mamacito?
Despacito?
What were you saying?
What does Despacito mean? Dead boy?
Despacito? I think it means like desperate drink.
Ah. So like when you're really parched and there's no creaming soda around, so you get a pasito?
Yeah. I love you, Jack.
So we've just been down to the Woolworths.
Yeah. Got myself this can apart.
Everybody's wearing high vis, which is very interesting because they're not construction workers. But we see them so we know to avoid them.
They were pushing trolleys.
Everyone's pushing trolleys, got their high vis on that says night fill, got a big thing on the back of it that says, do not come near me. It's dangerous to come near me.
Yeah, well, I can tell you, it's dangerous to come near me. I was at a party once, and I just went to piss in the garden, and a dude approached me from the side, and I thought he was pissing. And I was so drunk, I didn't even think, like, you're standing kind of close.
Oh, like two urinals next to each other, but it's bushes.
I was 17. It was the girl whose party it was. It was her older stepbrother, who was like 40. And, he had his dick out. He wasn't pissing. And he said to me, look at it. Which I did. I looked down. I saw his dick. It was a pretty big dick. And he's like, what do you think? And I was like, I don't know. I'd had mushrooms and something that we used to put on our like snow cones. I don't know if you know what a snow cone is. It's like a cone of weed on in a bong.
Yeah.
But you sprinkle speed on that, and it does something to you. I don't know. Anyway, I just said, yeah. And he's like, "What do you think?" And I was like, "I don't know, man." And I just sort of walked away, and he yelled at me. He's like, "No, really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I just walked off. Like
he was
Jesus. Anyway, there was a fire. It was wintertime, and I went and I sat back down around the fire. Mind you, this party had like 8 people. It was like the death of the evening. So he was probably pretty drunk because it was quite a pretty big party, and this is like late in the evening.
Is this Bush Town?
Yeah. This is out in the bush. And anyway, so the fucking weird uncle, well, he's not a weird uncle. He was a stepbrother, whatever. He just comes and sits down like back near the fire, not like on the other side of the fire. He was like 2 doors down, sitting between people. He just sat down and kind of eyeballed me, and I was just like, and then I said, Tony just showed me his cock. Everyone laughed, and that was the end.
That was the first expression of the Me Too movement. And everyone was like,
Tony just showed me his cock.
Shut up, Mamacito.
No one gave, yeah, whatever, Mamacito. Don't you know Tony's fucking Latino?
I had a weird moment the other week where I was like pissing at a friend's house, and he has a mirror side to the toilet, and I'm still. It's weird. I never really grew up in my own mind because I've been a kid for a lot of my life, statistically so far.
Sure.
And I'm still kind of used to just seeing myself in that light. It's weird that I'm like an adult now.
Yeah.
It's strange. I'm not used to it. And I looked into the mirror, and it just looked like the same dicks I saw in like airport fucking urinals. I'm like, oh shit, man dick.
Ah.
That's where we're at now. I'm like, that's strange. That's not a 13-year-old's dick.
Yeah,
that's for later. But
yeah, this looks like the sort of dick that's coming at me.
Yeah.
This shouldn't be coming out of me.
Something to run from.
Yeah.
Hey, Mamacito, give me something to run from.
Yeah, no, I didn't like Tony showing me his dick, and it made me feel weird. But when you're already feeling weird, speaking of the Me Too movement, I have been watching Surviving R. Kelly at my house, which is a show on Netflix, which is about R. Kelly, who's by all reports just a fucking monster of a human being. And all these girls are like, he fucking showed me his dick, and then he grabbed me by the bum, and he held me hostage, and he wouldn't, whatever, man. I believe R. Kelly. He's a good man. He's a good man. And also, I believe everything that he did is true as well.
Didn't you open with he's a monster of a human being?
Yeah. I believe all the women. Yeah.
You just don't agree with their tone.
Well, they keep saying that he sucks and that he's shit. But if you've heard his songs, no. I think the music excuses him of all his evils.
You think it's just it's his whole past?
If you sing like an angel, I'll think of you as an angel. For me, it's how you sing.
Okay.
So, Michael Jackson also completely off the hook for mine.
All right. So, are there any shitty... What about like Will Wagner of the Smith Street Band? He had some stuff. You think?
No, I've never liked him.
He's not acquitted of his sins.
He's of weak character.
He looks like shit, man. He started live streaming stuff because every fucking moron is doing that now.
Yeah.
I get 15 notifications on my phone a day that say, "Hey, someone you follow is live streaming." I'm like, all right, well, they drew a picture of a calculator I liked 3 years ago. I don't want to watch.
Yeah, this oily old fuck.
Yeah, this dude is just. He looks awful. He's got a hairline that looks like the McDonald's logo. He's playing guitar in a bush somewhere. Singing about cigarettes that he bought in high school. He looks like 50 years old. I saw him live like 4 years ago. He looked like a shitty fat Ed Sheeran, which isn't the worst thing to be, really.
Well, firstly, Ed Sheeran has a lot more money. Ed Sheeran has a lot more money than this fucking guy. And it annoys me because a lot of these old bands, they've got clout, they've been around, they're fucking cool, and they deserve to be paid properly. Ed Sheeran, I don't give a fuck about. I don't want him to have any money. I want him to go and hang out with R. Kelly. I want R. Kelly to, for whatever reason, see this guy as a young woman. And start touching on him, grabbing on the ass, holding him hostage. These are all the words I've been hearing lately. He grabbed me, he touched me. It's all black chicks, by the way. It's all young black chicks. And throughout the program, they're saying something would have been done if it were young white girls. It's because it's young black girls. And I couldn't agree more. I mean, these are horrific fucking stories, man. Have you seen the fucking show, man?
I haven't.
Holy shit, this guy is a cunt.
I think
he's the worst cunt.
If Sheeran did get abused by Kelly,
Oh,
it would be very easy, because all of his songs have the same kind of lyrical content. It'd be very easy to come out about it and then no one noticed that it's a thing, because it would just be some shitty, light piano with a strong like acoustic guitar in the front.
You mean like if the sex was a song, it'd
Yeah.
be like, oh yeah, you're my oh no, oh god, no, baby, liked it in the ass from the big black man with the grip on the hip and the boom de chop, boomy, 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 and then it would be like the chorus would just be like fuck you, and then at the end it would just be Sheeran in this like, I didn't like what he did.
Do you remember
my ass is broken? He cracked me from the stem.
It's just, I feel like you've never heard music. You just
that's
have
the song I would write about it.
an idea of what like a feminine and a masculine voice sounds like. I get rhythm, so you just kind of mash those together.
Drummers can't write music.
No, yeah, I mean Metallica. Case in point.
100%. Never let that guy. Don't give him a pen. You can't hit a pig's skin with a pen. Why has he got a pen? Get a pen away from that fucking retard. Don't let him touch the pencils.
Yeah, Lars never got his pen license.
What a dirty dog. Do you remember when he complained about he actually said, like, he did a press conference about Napster,
yeah.
yeah, and then like he did like a whole press conference thing like, they're pirates, they're fucking stealing, blah, blah, blah. And then South Park had an episode about it where he was complaining that he wanted a new pool. He's like, gotta stop them stealing our music, I want a new pool.
Yeah, everyone that complains about music piracy is so fucking rich. Like everyone that I know that makes no money on music is like, hey, I know the album's $10, but if you steal it, please listen to it. Please just listen to my album.
Yeah.
It's all I ever wanted.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it shows being out of touch. For me, it makes me question the lyrics.
I think every musician should have to work at Aldi.
Probably the best musicians in the world right now, aside from Nickelback, it's probably Julio.
I don't know Julio. Is that spelled with a J?
It's Enrique's uncle, Julio Iglesias.
Julio Iglesias.
The whole reason why I went to see Enrique.
For his uncle.
He sings like a sweaty, like stink organ type swooning. He's like one of these old Hollywood guys.
A real Stank Sinatra type.
He's a Stank Sinatra. Yeah, he's like, and this is music that you can dance to. It's like swoony dancing. He was very, very famous. Very, very famous. Enrique sucks balls. I would go and see Julio.
There's a brief history of uncles in music. Many have kickstarted the career of many a boy band. However, LMFAO, that's an uncle and a nephew. That's something a lot of people don't take into consideration.
This is the guy with the hair. What's the guy's name?
Red Foo.
Red Foo, yeah, sure.
And then he's a nephew, untitled nephew.
Okay. And he's just nephew.
I don't know. Who knows?
Oh, okay.
He's like,
yeah, hang on. Sorry, from the cheap seats, we got a name.
Do we have a name for his nephew? Sky Blue. That's right. So it's hey, if you get fucking shit green in there, it's the full primary color system.
Is it? Cack green. So he has a nephew called Sky Blue who's what, a rapper or something?
They're both professionals at carrying on.
I really didn't like Red Foo when he started being on network television.
What was he
kept turning up on Channel 9. He kept turning up on Channel 7. We got Red Foo. This is this dude it's like a white guy with an afro, which is appropriation, and I won't fucking stand for it. I'll take R. Kelly first. I'll take R. Kelly.
Say what you will about R. Kelly, he never appropriated black culture.
That's exactly right. But look, I cannot give enough credit to the producers of Surviving R. Kelly. It's an MTV type documentary. Sort of the way they've done it is this MTV-esque sort of programming. So it's very shit. Very, very cheaply made. It's complete garbage. It's like around the water cooler sort of rumory type bullshit. It completely invalidates the whole investigation.
Is it like Talking Heads interviews?
Worse.
Really?
It's complete... Dude, you know the guy's a dog piece of garbage. Like, you know he's a fucking cunt. In the first episode, you're like, oh, okay, so this guy, this R. Kelly, whoever the fuck he is, I never really paid that much attention. It's like, okay, so he's a complete piece of shit, right? And then they just run him into the ground in a very similar fashion for 10 episodes. I don't know how they got fucking 9 or 10 episodes out of it, because everything's revealed in the first episode. It's like he did this, he did that. It's like it reels you in, and then the rest is just paying this fucking dude out. It's basically you're just tuning in to hear more angles of what a fucking dog cunt loser this fucking asshole R. Kelly is. I couldn't get enough of it. I can't recommend it enough.
You know
it's
what?
Great television.
Kind of reminds me of DJT, the Trump dog. It's very similar.
Who's
Donald Trump?
Oh, it's Trump dog.
It's a very similar process, which is why I'm supporting Trump Kelly 2020. He's running mate. He announced yesterday R. Kelly, the first black vice president.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Put him in, man. Put him in. Put him in. He, at this point, nothing would surprise me. Yeah,
vote for some piss hogs. What else are you going to do?
If Donald Trump had R. Kelly as he'd have to be his left-hand man. He'd have to be his left-hand man. That's how I would phrase it. So no one's short out. The right hand's busy corrupting the medical system. The left-hand man, I like that. If he's just said, R. Kelly's my left-hand man. And what does he do, President Trump? What does he do? Well, he rapes children. I'm a busy man. I can't do all my presidential business.
Epstein's down. I got no plane. What do you want me to do?
I'm following in the footsteps of presidents before me, and I will not have less children raped on my watch. An equal number of children will be raped during my presidency.
He presses a button on the Oval Office desk, and the big carpet opens up, and it's a ball pit. It's like, yeah.
They just drop R. Kelly down there. He just like, it's real big. It's just a chasm underneath that hexagonal hate fuck down there in Washington, and he parachutes in to a ballpark full of children, dick out. He actually uses the dick as a rudder and helps him land, and then he just starts fucking kids. Trump watching on. Thank you. It's a good. No, I saw it coming.
It's a ball pit, but there's R. Kelly's dick coming out like a shark fin. It's like dun 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 dun. It's like make a way through the playground.
Kids are running, and he's yelling at them. It turns me on when you run. they all just freeze like.
Yes.
I implore you to watch that program.
I'll check it out. I want to find some horrific interviews with some very sad people, because I have an idea for a sketch I came up with today at work. It made me laugh. It's like the Talking Heads interview of like someone, on 60 Minutes or something, and they're talking about something traumatic. But the background music is like... It's the Bunnings music.
Yeah!
And then it zooms out like all the Talking Heads Bunnings interviews.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I used to come here for screws, and now I come here for wood.
Sprinklers.
Yeah, and then it just zooms out Bunnings ad. I just want to make a traumatic Bunnings commercial.
I like that. Can we rip off Bunnings, or would you like to have your own?
Oh yeah, we can just use
hardware?
their trademark. Whatever.
It can look the same, but we can't say Bunnings.
We can do whatever. Do you think we can say anything we've done so far?
No, absolutely not.
I'm going to continue wilding.
Me too,
out
dude. At the start of this podcast, I praised R. Kelly. I don't want anyone to think I'm serious about anything. I feel like if you start making sense, then you can't. This is what I think. I think people are so stupid that if you start making sense, and if you can make sense a little bit, but if you start making too much sense, and you start being insightful and caring, and you start saying really well thought out things that you actually believe in, it takes away from your ability to be absurd and be fucked up. I have to make sure that I say really, really fucked up things because I feel like I'm maintaining a platform where I can say whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
If I start making too much sense, or if people start thinking that I mean the things that I say, then, you know, it's dangerous for me to say the sort of shit that I want to say, which is really fucked up and stuff I don't believe in at all. So I'm careful to make sure that, like, 70% of the shit I say is definitely not how I really feel or what I really think.
So you counteracting your shitty thoughts by just redlining it.
Redline, yeah. I have to go, yeah, exactly. I got to bottom out at like $9,500. And that's the only way I'm going to feel free to say the things I say without someone going, hey, man.
Everybody is
You think R. Kelly, you think R. Kelly's a good guy? You think he's a good guy? He rapes children. You think he's a good guy? So yes, I have to.
That's the sound of everyone with blue hair yelling at once.
That wore me out. I'm exhausted.
It's an exhausting life. That's the life I led for a very long time.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if I take my foot off the accelerator of stupidity, my freedom to be stupid suffers.
Well, people are fucking boring. If you're ever earnest about anything, even out of entertainment and off the internet and off stage and everything, you've noticed this many times. If we're talking about something and you start sincerely discussing an issue, I'll say I'm bored. What else you got? Is there anything fun?
You know, that's your... So we have different processes to protect ourselves. That's you, because you're just like, I'm not going to have a serious conversation with you. And what I do when I feel the same way, which is sometimes probably about totally different issues because we're kind of wired differently. But when I want out of a conversation, I'll say something really fucking absurd, and I do it all the fucking time. I mean, you made a joke about this earlier on when you're texting that girl. I'd be like, you know, and by that girl I mean obviously your mum. And
I was my mum.
Yeah, no, it's good the way you text her. You should call her sometime, Jack. You fucking bastard.
I get phone anxiety.
But the point... Yeah, me too. I hate a phone call. You know that. So, yeah, when I'm in that situation, I'll just say something dramatically absurd or highly offensive, and I'll scare a person away. I mean, you're quite blunt. You're just like, I'm bored. I don't want to have this conversation. Well, and I'll kind of make the ceasing of the conversation their idea just by saying something really fucked up.
I don't like it when people are earnest. I don't like it when people carry on and they try to kind of cling on to anything. When they try to make me act earnestly. That's my least favorite. When people try to understand what this is, you don't fucking get it.
And they call upon you for some sort of earnest, honest response, and it's like, you're not paying me for this. I'm not going to tell you the truth.
There's this woman I've been talking to, and she said on Instagram, which is a fantastic post on her behalf, she said, "Fun fact about me, I can't sleep without listening to podcasts." Which is
sweet.
It is sweet, and we all needed. I can rest easy knowing that.
Is she a robot?
I know that.
Who listens to podcasts to sleep?
I listen to podcasts to get jacked up.
Yeah.
I listen to podcasts before fights.
Yeah, I want to motivate. Yeah, for me, it's a motivator. Like, but also, it's like if you're listening to podcasts to sleep, isn't that kind of like an ode to how you never really listen to anything anyone's ever saying ever?
Yeah, in one ear.
It's like I hear people talking about issues that I don't find interesting, and it makes me snoozy. For me, it wouldn't be a podcast. It would be like a lecture on trigonometry.
Oh man,
then I will
learning
snooze.
Makes me snooze.
Yeah.
I was on set. I was filming a thing. I was filming a goddamn an education lecture.
Right.
At this big amphitheater. I was on camera. I fell asleep like 3 times.
And you're on camera.
I'm on camera.
Oh.
I mean, I was trying to make some money. I was trying very hard to stay awake, but that shit is so fucking boring.
What was the lecture about?
It was about education. It was like 4 teachers.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was 4 teachers in the whole room.
Yeah, it was a 1,500 seat amphitheater full of teachers and someone talking about speakers.
Teachers. Oh, okay, got you. Yeah, okay.
But yeah. I respond to the lady. I say,
what did she say? Just to recap.
Well, she said I can't fall asleep. I can't sleep without listening to podcasts.
Okay.
So I just respond, subscribe to my podcast.
Nice.
Just straightforward. I'm an entrepreneur over anything.
Sure.
Then she just says, bold of you to assume I haven't already fallen asleep to the sound of your voice.
See, it's sweet, but also really offensive. It's like your voice makes me fall asleep. Now, that's something R. Kelly could use. If you to assume, I believe I can asleep. Great, let's fuck. I believe I can fly. 3 15-year-olds just fall asleep. He gets his dick out.
I believe I can fly to the island on Jeffrey Epstein's plane.
I believe I can touch your clam.
I believe I can go to the island.
His fucking defense is a bit where he's just. So this isn't on the. This isn't on the thing. This is like an interview that he did from jail, I believe, that I read the transcript from, and he's saying, people keep. I'll do the R. Kelly. Okay. People keep saying that I abused these girls. I took away their trust because they're only 14. Well, not a virgin amongst them. That's his defense. He's like, some other pedophile had already defiled these girls, so it's okay. They'd already been abused, Jack. They'd already been abused. He's not fucking with fresh girls. He's got already abused ones, so it's okay for him to. I really
pre-loved.
Oh.
I don't like that.
No, I don't like it. I don't like R. Kelly. I just want to make it very clear. I don't like the man. But if he wanted to make a song, I would definitely work with him. As long as I...
as what? What would you do?
I'll do anything for fame, Jack. I'll do anything for fame. I'll go to the... He can fuck me, and I'll sing while he's doing it. Yeah. Yeah. I believe... I believe I can... yeah, it's like a... Because he did the remix to Ignition. This will be a remix to I Believe I Can Fly, and it's me saying I believe I've got an inside out anus. Yeah, what's that called?
A prolapse?
Yeah, I believe it's a prolapse. I believe R. Kelly's ripped my ass right out. Thank you for putting me on TV. Yeah. And you fucked me with that big black tree. That's his cock.
You're the hype man, and you're explaining every metaphor behind it. It's his dick. Mm-hmm. That one's about his knob. Mm-hmm. So this woman, she says, bold of you to assume I haven't already fallen asleep to the sound of your voice, much like the late, great R. Kelly. And I just respond, I don't like nonsense. I just say, oh, good.
There you go.
There you go.
End it. That's good then.
I gave her a sunglasses emoji. I don't know if that does anything.
That's the one I give.
I like it.
Yeah.
You give some very strange emoji.
I like to give an emoji. At the moment, I'm using one which is like a woman with a spatula. I use that to anytime I talk about my crafts because I've been doing crafts at time.
Because for me, it seems random, but there's a code to them.
Yeah, when I talk about my crafts, which is my crafts is really just a picture of myself naked that I framed out of my parents' house. It was weird working on that with my father, I have to admit. He said, is this something that you really want to frame? Isn't there a picture you'd rather make look, And I said, no, the contrast is what I'm going for. See, it's the sort of picture that you would never put this amount of effort into, and that's why it's funny.
Yeah.
And my dad said, he just smiled at me and he said, you're wrong about that. And then he he laid down some glue.
Is this real?
Yeah. My dad helped me.
I had no idea you worked with your dad on that.
Yeah, my dad helped me frame it. And
also,
he said about 3 or 4 times he said, you're making a mistake.
You are so bad at taking photos.
I hate a photo.
All of your photos suck, and you can see there's an iPhone in the mirror, and somehow that is deep fried to hell and back, like it's some post-apocalyptic nude.
Yeah, and the thing is, the camera
Russia.
is good. The camera is good. I don't know how to take a photo. I used to think that I just looked like a fuckwit in photos. Years later, I realized
this is shaky and blurry.
Just a fuckwit. No, it's not the photos. It's just me.
No, the photos.
I'm not photogenic.
The photos are bad. The contrast
in real life, I think I look okay. Like even now on this pod, I look fucking terrible. I don't camera well. I don't film well. But in real life, I'm very attractive.
But the photos themselves, they're very shaky, and the contrast, the black is very black. It looks like something from the Devil's realm.
Yeah, I mean, I might add like a filter.
You add so much filter
that hides the way that I really look because I'm deeply ashamed of my pasty, skinny, disgusting face. I also have a lip problem. The last 2 years, I've had weird, like, crushing anxiety. I, like, chew on my fucking lip. I'm not a bitch, so I don't, like, moan about it because I'm not I'm barely a millennial, but people from my generation just suffer in silence, and I've been chewing on my lips for a couple of years just anxious. I'm just a fucking depressed fucking mess, Jack. You know, I miss people in my life that aren't close to me. And anyway, so what's the situation with this girl? She's probably listening to this right now.
Perhaps. I mean, I hope she's asleep by now. She might be asleep.
It doesn't matter. The podcast will be recorded. She's going to listen to it in due course. Hey, what would you do?
I mean, while she's listening, she probably fell asleep in the first 15 minutes of the program.
Oh, of course, she can't listen to it. It makes her fall asleep. What are some of the ramifications of coronavirus? What sort of a world are we going to be walking into post COVID-19?
Okay, post COVID world.
What are we going to do? You'll be fucked, obviously.
You know what we should do?
Yeah.
We're at time. We should leave that as the opening topic for next week's episode.
Okay. Post apocalypse COVID-19. I will say this. I've run out of money because I haven't been working. And I've got this guy moved in. Nice guy. Some sort of Middle Eastern fella. Quite a heavy set guy. I wasn't sure about him. In fact, I actively didn't like him, but today he brought me a kebab. He's like, I got you a kebab and vanilla Coke.
Hey.
It was like fucking rad. Sucked down that kebab, half a vanilla. Fucked off to have coffee with Davis. I'm like, maybe this guy's not too bad. Maybe I like him. And then this afternoon when I got back from the coffee, I wanted to clean the house. I have no cleaning products. Well, not enough cleaning products because I like to go through a whole container of the shit. So I just pissed into a bucket and cleaned the house with my own urine.
With a mop, or you just pour urine on it?
No, I have
sponge?
well, what I do is when I'm finished with a kitchen sponge, I put it under the for cleaning pots and pans. I put it under my in the cabinet under the sink, and then I just use that to clean the shower or to clean whatever. So I just use the sponge because I heard that urine is
it's very sterile.
It's sterile, yeah. So I thought it was sterile, but sterile doesn't mean it cleans germs. Sterile means it doesn't have any germs. I've cleaned the house with my own piss, and it definitely has not
added or subtracted germs.
Well, it's added germs because germs will be drawn to piss. See, just because it's sterile it's still urine. The couch was the biggest mistake.
The two things my father's taught me: dreams don't turn to dust, and germs are attracted to piss. Those are the two. Just because something's gone doesn't mean it can't be found or whatever like that. It's all just wisdom.
Thanks for having me at the house, Jack.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next week when we talk about the effects of a post-apocalyptic Australia.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye.
What's